It looks like it's pulling islands off of our planet. Looks like a giant space whale, to be honest. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Before We Leave. In the last episode, we left off by finally getting to a new planet, building a rocket ship, and making it here to this blue technology planet. Now that we're here on the new island, we're going to start fresh from here. We're going to try and build everything from scratch in this episode, develop it, and maybe even try and explore by building a shipping hut, or building a shipwright and a dock and a port all at once, so we can finally start exploring on this island as well. Alright, so after carefully looking through all of my resources and going back from island to island, I realized that there was a big mistake that I made, and they even warned us in the beginning when we made the discovery that we need to start building with tools first, and which means I needed to build a toolsmith initially, so I ended up reloading one of the games, or one of the previous saves that I had, which moved me back not too far, but it's not as important right now because I'll be able to go get the toolsmith first, and then we'll be able to have enough tools to start getting other buildings. So we're going to start by building the toolsmith right here, nice and far away from everything else, so it's not in the way, it's not making contact with any of the pollution. We're going to get that toolsmith built. So as you're looking up here, we only have 9 tools left. The 2 tools that we were going to use for the toolsmith is being used right now, but we have to be careful because we do need to make sure we have as many tools available and use them wisely. So now, in order to make more tools, we need to make sure we have iron. So in order to get iron, we have to start building, so we have an iron mine already, so we're going to have to get an iron smelter next, so we're going to get that. So here's an iron smelter. It's going to use up a few resources that we have, but we're going to get that placed right here. Just again, polluted area is quite far away. We don't want to get our peeps upset. It's going to use 2 more tools and some stone and some wood, so those resources are going to get used up. We have to make sure we don't use too many of them. Now that the iron smelter is built, we finally have the ability to get iron, and that iron will be used inside the toolsmith to make some of these tools. We're going to need power for both of them before we get any iron and before we get any tools, so we're going to have to figure out how to get some power on this island. It looks like a wood generator is our only option since we don't have any oil to use an oil generator, so let's use the wood generator. Again, it's pollution, so we're going to try and place it nice and far away from any other peeps and all the huts that are down here in the south area. This is going to end up using 6 of our tools. We only have 7 total left, so this pretty much is going to secure our last building, but we do need to make sure that we properly get these tools built. Now that the 3 most essential tools, wood, tools, and stone, are going to be being gathered, and we also have iron being gathered at the same time and power generated, the most important thing that we have left to do is to make sure we get a quarry built, because then we can also get stone on this island as well. It looks like it needs to be next to one of those mountains, so we're going to have to figure out how to get the mountain area as well, but it also needs to be next to a road, so let's figure out how we can do that. So it looks like we had to make this really awkward shape with the road going all the way around here, because the only slot where we were able to actually put the quarry up here was right here, because we initially made it all the way around here to put it on this side next to this mountain, but it actually turns out we can't put an elevator because this slot was already full on all 3 of these. So we ended up actually having to go all the way around to the back, and then we got a quarry placed over here, so we should be getting stone, and no resources should be running out at any point now on this island. Now that it looks like all our resources are renewable and we are getting resources from every single part, so that includes iron, stone, wood, tools, and power, we're going to be able to finally start building and exploring on this island. So now we're going to finally extend our road, and we're going to start getting our dock built and our port built as well. It looks like before we do that, we do want to make sure that we get everything else on this island done, which means we need a launch pad and we need a landing pad. The landing pad we can actually get pretty easily. We just need to wait for some more wood to be stored. But for the launch pad, we're definitely going to need to get one of those sand islands, because we need glass for that. So we're going to get one of those sand mines built on a different island here. So we can start by getting some of these ports first, and then we can start exploring as well. In addition to that, we're also going to want to get a warehouse over here. We're going to place this warehouse over here, and we're going to just store some basic tools like wood and tools, or basic resources like wood and tools. In the meantime, while we're waiting for all these resources to be gathered, it looks like the entire island was already ravaged for all the blue technology, and we were able to use most of it already. We have 370 left over, so when we start getting some of the other trades going on from the first planet, whether that's the red and green research or different resources, we'll be able to actually unlock a lot more of these different upgrades and research. It looks like we have an issue for the number of workers here, so we're actually going to build a few huts here and there just so we can increase the number of workers, make sure we have enough wells as well. So we'll just toss a hut over here. We'll extend the road a bit around just so we have some space. And we'll get a few more food and drink areas going around as well, just so people are constantly fed. And we finally break the threshold of 21 peeps on this island. We can finally build the boats that we want. We're going to start by getting a scout ship just so we can go and see what else is around here. We don't particularly need it for anything else. We don't need a colony ship or anything. We just want to kind of explore the island, see what there is, and maybe we'll throw around a port here or there just so we can get a couple peeps on each island and see what resources are available to us. On the first planet we started off with green research, and our second island had red research, so maybe this one will also have a different kind of research. And it looks like we have some ruins here immediately, so we're going to want to explore those. It looks like we have another green island right away. I don't want to explore it right away. We have some ancient ruins here, so we're definitely going to want to go to that island eventually. It looks like we came across a discovery. It says, what strange devices? You've discovered old electronics left behind by the ancients. You can harvest it for new resources. So let's take a look here. We're definitely going to want to get over here. I wonder what this actually says. So it says electronics pile. So we're definitely going to want to explore this island at some point soon. But while we still have the scout ship, let's keep exploring what else there is around. And we came across yet another discovery right off the bat. What does it say this time? There's something different about this mountain. A mechanical voice repeats a query that leaves the peeps stumped. The ground tremors dangerously as the mountain gathers power, and your peeps retreat to solve the riddle at safe distance. You can now invent the museum, where sages will learn the answers to the riddles of the Sphinx. So it looks like we have some new cool things that we can take a look at. We have the Sphinx over here. Let's zoom in on it, see what it looks like. It's actually quite interesting. I've never actually seen the Sphinx looks like this. It looks a bit different in real life, so not exactly what I was expecting, but that's totally okay. We have a few new electronic piles here and there, so we definitely want to get some of those resources. Electronics looks like the resource, but also we have some ancient technology, some of the red research that we were looking for this island. So maybe one of the other islands that we haven't found just yet might have some of that green research, so let's go see if we can find it right now. And look at that, we came across yet another discovery. This island definitely does seem to be way bigger and taking way longer to discover. So let's take a look at what this island, this new white special snow looking island, might actually have in store for us. Let's see what the discovery actually says. White above, white below. Your ship has discovered a new island, and it's covered in freezing snow and ice. It was an aurora seen during a snowy night that first inspired humans to reach for the stars. Only basic food will grow here. Peeps that travel too far from the village will get fatigued. It's cold out there. They'll need appropriate clothing to prevent that. But as we speak of that, right in front of us we come across the green research, and let's see what just happened here. Far off amongst the stars, something vast and terrible awakens. So I'm quite interested to know what exactly awoke up on this island that all of a sudden is going to be scaring all our peeps. So after a great deal of research and scouting across all these islands, this planet seems to be way bigger than the other planet, so we're going to have to decide which island we want to start exploring. I think one of the ones with either green research or red research probably seems the best idea, and since this one is really close to the main one that we have, and it has some ancient ruins as well, and we can get some of this new technology, the electronic resource, I think going here would be a good idea. So it looks like something new just happened, and all our peeps just ran somewhere else. The shape in the stars is close enough that we can see it heading for planet 2. What could this be? It looks like something's back there in space. I can't even tell what that is, but something is lurking, and I can't move. My mouse is gone. I can't save the game. Something is over there in the background. I don't know if you can see it over there, but it's all the way in the back. It looks like it's pulling islands off of our planet. Looks like a giant space whale, to be honest. A titanic silhouette blocks the sky as the whale breaches the atmosphere. Your peeps can do nothing but watch as the whale devours the planet. Phew, it's over. Your peeps breathe a collective sigh of relief as the whale drifts back into space. Time to rebuild what you've lost. research space elevator to give you the whales something to eat that isn't your planet. So it is just a giant space whale. What did we lose exactly then from our first island? So it looks like it took this giant island off of our planet, which is kind of weird. I've never seen a space whale, but I guess that's something our peeps have to be worried about. So we got a few more huts planted down here, and we have up to 30 people now active, so now we can actually get a colony ship going as well. We have all the resources, so that will take a few seconds to build, and then we can go colonize that planet next door over here, get some of that red research and see what this electronic pile is composed of, and what's in this ancient ruin as well. But we're going to end the episode right now, so make sure to stick around for the next episode to see if we end up getting enough research before the space whale comes back. If you watched all the way to the end of this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to leave a comment down below to tell me if you enjoyed this video and what you want to see in the next one.